Hey everybody, welcome to the PowerCast, live with you guys every Tuesday night, live with Erik Vasquez, the legendary Team Powerhouse. David, Erik, happy to be with you. So excited, it's Tuesday night. You have a great show ahead of you, a little bit of a trivia, a little bit of information, some details about what's going on in the market, and
There's trivia.
well, maybe we'll ask them some questions back and forth.
Saying anything about trivia in the show prep. So.
I'll ask you some questions, you ask me some questions, and we'll see how it goes. See if I know the answers to the questions. Okay. Hit my knee under the table over here.
So go through the list that you never remember to bring of all the places that these fine people can find us.
This is very important. Make sure to go to YouTube, type in Team Powerhouse Real Estate, hit subscribe, join our hundreds of visitors who are watching daily. We are all over the world.
Hundreds. Thousands.
Well, it's hundreds and thousands. You're right.
Yeah, you go.
We have between 5,000 and 10,000 followers, easily following us on the shows on YouTube throughout the world, Argentina, Peru, Mexico, and of course, all over the United States. And we love every one of you guys watching the shows every week. And they can, of course, watch and listen later on the remake. You got Spotify in the car. You got Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You got LinkedIn and Twitter live on those feeds as well. Not to mention, we are on TikTok live. We are on Instagram live. So if there's anywhere you want us to find us, anywhere you want to find us, we're definitely going to make sure we're there for you. And we just joined Rumble, which is another outlet for watching podcasts and listening to them. Pretty cool stuff.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about some important things going on right now around us. We have the weather that is absolutely kind of wild and crazy. We don't know if we're getting rain, if we're getting snow, a tornado, or hurricane.
Winter is I'm not sure what the saying is. Maybe you guys can correct me on this. I think it's winter came in like a lamb, but it's going out like a lion.
I like that. That's actually really good.
Well, that's a saying.
I never heard that.
I didn't make it up.
That's a good saying. I would take.
I'll take the credit for it, but I didn't really come up with
full credit to Erik Vasquez.
No, but basically, the winter's been.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry, Jonathan. Jonathan's don't bang the table, please.
I know, but you know what? Honestly, I like a winter with very little snow for lots of reasons. In our business, snow does not help out sellers or buyers. Nobody likes going shopping in the snow. It's been a pretty mild winter from a fact of heating. We haven't had to turn the heat on so high for so long. Maybe a few days in a row, Otherwise, we're keeping things kind of mild, if you will.
Well, the snow does help for some of the house pictures.
Yes.
It does.
Make it pretty.
It does
holiday
make it pretty,
kind of. And we just came through daylight savings time, which is fantastic. Why is that? Because now we have longer evenings for you guys to come out looking at homes. A lot of people get out of work at 5 o'clock p.m. 5 o'clock p.m., you can go out.
It's light now.
It's light. You can watch and go look at homes until easily 7:30, maybe even 8 o'clock sometime soon. Very cool stuff for us as well. And sellers, we're going to talk about what's going on in the market, and buyers, which is crazy. This market has not let up. You're watching in the media, the market's going to crash, the world is ending. Unfortunately, or fortunately for you, that's not going to happen. And what does that mean to you? Yes, the interest rates are higher. Yes, the country is upside down on inflation and rates and that kind of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, housing market is very strong to sell, and the buyers are still shopping and chomping at the bit. We're live, and what happens is I make mistakes too. So with that being said,
you make plenty of them.
Lots of mistakes. And water break.
Water. He calls that water. Okay.
Scotch. So we'll get back to that later on. Actually, bourbon this time. All right. So what's going on in the market with you guys and with us in the Connecticut area? We're going to talk about New Haven County to begin with. How many homes do you think are on the market for sale in all of New Haven County?
Is that a trivia question?
That's a trivia question.
For me?
Yeah. Let's shoot with you first.
451.
It's a good number there, Erik. 542 homes in all of New Haven County. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, let me check.
It's almost like I was like dyslexia. I got the numbers just backwards there.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty impressive, though. In all of New Haven County, there are only 542 homes for sale. Okay.
Well, there's like 13 in North Haven.
13. You just looked up North Haven, didn't you?
No, I was
driving.
Doing it yesterday. No, I did it yesterday.
For you, is that right?
I don't know if something popped today. I didn't get a chance to look at today's activity yet, new listings, but
It's
There
crazy
was like
though.
14 houses on the market yesterday in all of New Haven. So that's
North Haven?
like
North
in
Haven.
North Haven.
Yeah.
So, but you're talking about from the lowest range all the way up to the top range.
You probably have about 35,000 people in North Haven, maybe a little more in the ballpark to have only 14 homes for sale.
Yeah.
Let's go into that. So between 300,000 and 500,000 in New Haven County. Want to throw a number out at me? Just take a shot at it.
98.
182 homes,
Wow.
which is actually,
Double that.
yeah, it's surprising. 500,000 to 700,000.
100.
Close, 89. And from 700,000 to 900,000.
63.
Very close, 57.
Okay.
That's just mind-blowing. Now we're talking about a county that is, of course, not too small, but fairly good sized. And with that being said, you only have 542 homes for sale.
Yeah.
Let's change and go to Hartford County. In Hartford County, have any idea how many homes are for sale? You think it's more or less?
I think it's more.
Okay. How many do you think?
I'm going to say almost double what's in New Haven County.
Shocking to be that there's only 399 homes for sale in all of Hartford County.
Wow.
So Hartford County, which I think it's a few more towns in Hartford County. I could be wrong. Or similar to New Haven County, 399 homes total for sale in Hartford County. If you guys want to list your home, you should be listing your home right now. Do not wait, guys. This is a state that needs inventory badly.
You could paint the cardboard box and sell it right
You
now.
really are you're in the best place possible as a seller. And buyers want to see your home. Get with your realtor. Get with our team, Team Powerhouse Real Estate. We've got 14 agents on our team that would love to work for you. Go to our website. Go to teampowerhousesellsct.com. Go there. Type it in. We would love to be able to help you out. See the team. See a little about us. Go looking for homes and enjoy it. That's Team Powerhouse Real Estate, CT.com.
Right. And that's Erik, E-R-I-K.
Vasquez, V-A-Z-Q-U-E-Z. Great realtor. You will love working with him and you will learn a lot. So Hartford County, between 300 homes and 500 homes, 137. Erik, 500 to 700, how many?
I'm going to say 80.
You're close.
Yeah,
close.
70.
58.
70, yeah.
Okay. 700 to 900?
Oh, less than that. Probably 40.
Close. 36.
Yep.
Guys, it's time to list your home. Please let us know. We're ready to do it. I was just at a couple of homes recently, getting their house on the market ready. One is going to come up in Waterbury and one in West Haven. Just a little inside information for all of you out there. Can't give you the details yet because that would be a pocket listing. Can't do that. We're not allowed to. Completely against the rules. But the point is that our homes are getting ready to come to market. I think in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a flurry of homes come to market. I hope.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, definitely need it. Going into Litchfield County. Now, Litchfield County is a very nice county over there. It expands it kind of the map is, it's a long area. How many in all of Litchfield County, Erik? Please help me out.
That's like Torrington and Thomaston. And
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of the berries.
The berries included? South
I think
Berry,
so,
Middle
yep.
Berry?
Yep.
Okay. 1,800.
295 homes. 295 homes, all of Litchfield County. If you live in Litchfield County, you want to put your house in the market. That's just crazy.
So it's not 1,800.
No, it's not 1,800. But I know. But seriously, 295 homes. That's just madness.
Yeah.
And for that, 300 to 500,000 as the largest amount of homes for sale. What would you say for a number on that one?
150.
70 homes for sale in 300 to 500,000. 500 to 700.
28.
52. You're good at doubling the numbers, though. 700 to 900.
11.
Close. 40. That being said, we need homes for sale. Are you listening? Are you watching? And if you have any questions, please type them in. Let us know what you're thinking. We will definitely get back to you. Love to have a chance to speak with you. If you have questions about selling your home, what you need to get ready, we have a program called Revitalize that is unbelievable to a Coldwell banker. And that program allows you to not spend $1 out of your pocket. They use the equity in your home get your house fixed up, and make it worth a lot more money. A fantastic program we'd love to talk to you about as well. All right, let's go to Middlesex County. How many homes for sale in all of Middlesex County?
218.
Whoa, sorry about that. We have 171 homes for sale in Middlesex County. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. 300 to 500,000.
That's going to be the majority, so I'm going to say 99.
27 homes.
How much?
27 homes. 300 to 500.
Wow.
We're talking about a $200,000 swing. 27 homes. Put that, and I didn't even talk about bedrooms and bathrooms, by the way.
Right.
This is strictly dollars and cents over here. 500 to 700.
I'm done guessing. I mean, I'm surprised by the 20 something houses
Right.
between 3 and 5.
57 homes between 500. There's more in the market.
So
between
there's
500.
more in the market between 5 and 7. Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I thought the 300 to 500 range would be more. There'd be more
homes.
volume there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then 700 to 900 is 21 homes. So guys, the sweet spot for most buyers is that 300 to $500,000 range. There's really no more homes left for under $300,000. It just doesn't exist. Maybe a couple of condos. Very rarely are they under $300,000 nowadays. Everywhere in Connecticut. And I'm going to go and start with Fairfield County. I don't know if you got to see that quickly, by the way. In Fairfield County, how many homes for sale? Which is interesting, by the way.
Why is it a high number?
It's the highest of all the counties.
Okay, 300.
795. 795 homes is a lot compared to what we have in all of in Connecticut, which is crazy because that's not a lot of homes. In Fairfield County, their numbers are a little higher in sale price, of course, too.
Yeah, 3 to 500 is probably what, 6?
There's actually 105 homes because you also have to remember there's Bridgeport in Fairfield County.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So we have in 300 to 500,000, we have 105, 500 to 700,
I'll say another 180,
103.
103. Okay.
Yeah. And then in 700 to 900, we have 85 homes for sale. That's
and the rest are over 9.
Right. But that's a roundup. Just
the other 400.
No, but that's, yeah, you're exactly right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But that's a roundup of what's going on in Connecticut around you. There's no inventory. And I want to make sure you understand that every county typically has about 20-something towns. So if you use the numbers kind of just an idea of Hartford County, 27 homes between 300 and 500,000 in all of Hartford County.
Explain to everybody that this inventory, or lack thereof,
yes,
is kind of making it more of a seller's market.
It's still a seller's market, 100%.
And it just means that you're going to get more for your house now than you would have 5 years ago.
You're absolutely right. One of the best things that come out though is creative financing and making sure you have a local lender. My recommendation to you, somebody from the state of Connecticut. You want to make sure you have a lender that is recognized by the other realtors. They know who they are. That helps you get your offer accepted. Very important. And you have a great communication with them. Cell number presence all the time. If you're a mortgage broker, it does not have a cell number for you to be in contact with, texting and calling. That is not your mortgage broker. That's just a suggestion from us to you. That being said,
well, that's an interesting subtopic there because
yes,
there was an agent that I was talking to on Saturday that was probably coming to a decision on Sunday.
Yep.
About the offers on their house.
Yes.
And they actually did. They made a decision Sunday. And when I spoke to her on Saturday, I told her who the lender was, the company.
Yes.
And I would give her his cell number if she wanted to call him. She says, I often do call the lenders for the top 2 or 3 offers.
Absolutely.
To find out, some info and see which one she's going to go with.
And that agent wants to make sure they have that lender's information because I want to verify that you as a buyer have given all your documents, your W-2s, your pay stubs, your bank statements, because that's what actually makes you qualified. If you've spoken to a lender and they've taken information over your phone and you haven't supplied documents, you're not really pre-approved. And
yeah, but she's calling a lender on a Sunday
to make sure.
Well, guess what? There's probably not a lot of lenders that she's going to get through to on Sunday.
Right. Especially then on the cell number.
Yep.
Call or text is very important in our business.
That could be the difference
100%.
in you getting a house or not.
Definitely 100%. Also, these lenders today are very creative with their financing. They're offering something called a 3-2-1 buy down, a 2-1 buy down. And you want to ask your lender about those things, because what that basically means in a nutshell is, for example, let's just say, for example, you're buying a house for $500,000. You have an interest rate, let's just say, of 6.5%. So what's going to happen right now is you're going to have a chance to have your first year at 3%, the second year at 4%. No, let me repeat that. Maybe 3%, three down from 6.5. So it's going to be 3.5, 4.5, 5.5 for the first 3 years, and then you're at the rate that is going to be what you currently have. Well, by then the rates are going to come down. In 2 years, if this country gets a chance to turn around, we're going to see those rates come down. And those rates come down, that's just going to make things go even crazier as far as the market goes. So with that being said, make sure you have a good mortgage broker, somebody who's going to help
I'm going to
identify.
make a prediction.
Yes.
We're not going to see another rate increase for a while.
Oof, I don't know.
That's my prediction.
You know, I kind of hope you're right, but I heard just the other day that the rates are going up again. That's what I heard. The question is going to be, is there going to be any more money left in the tank for those programs that they have for first-time buyers? They do now. That money is still there for those first-time buyers in the tank to help you out. But that may not last forever. That's for sure we know. It will expire.
Mark the date.
Mark the date.
No
more interest increase.
No more rate increases.
We'll see what happens. By the end of the year, we'll know who is the winner. The loser buys dinner. All right. Erik, what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yes.
No, I don't want to talk about anything necessarily.
Necessarily.
No, but we did talk pre-show. We do have, it's not necessarily the storm of the century, but we do have a weather event coming along.
Yes.
And it brought to light for us that it's like, okay, and what you were talking about, we're on your trip, you were talking about, and you learned something about the ladder.
So I was recently on a boys' trip, had a lot of fun, went to Bourbon Country with a couple of guys. We went to, I'm just going to quickly talk about it. We went to Nashville, went to see Jack Daniels, an amazing trip. Big shout out to Rob Williams, who was on the show here, Bob, who did that whole wine presentation. Mm-hmm. Dave Mercugliano, which
Bardog.
Dave, yeah. And I learned his name was wrong. I said it wrong. For all these years, I've been saying his last name wrong, but I'm going to say Dave Merck. And Chris Glenn, who was on the show as well, who did the bourbon and scotch tasting with us over here. He was in the show, and we had gone together on a fantastic trip. It was actually on your day of your birthday. We went, and I apologize for that, but it was an amazing time. Went, saw distilleries, had a lot of bourbon, had an amazing time. Something you guys want to do. And by the way, Nashville, one of my new favorite places in the whole world. Unbelievable place. Amazing music, amazing people, and amazing bourbon and everything else. But going back to,
so you learned something.
I learned something. I got sidetracked over here. Sorry about that. So
one of the participants has a son who's a fireman.
Dave's son is a fireman, and we were talking about a house that gets catches on fire. If the house has, what do we call that now? The correct verbiage. That was for the ladder. It's called I wrote down somewhere. It's a ladder that you throw out your window. There's a correct name for it. That you throw out your window so your kids and your family can get outside. So do you have a ladder made from rope that you buy in the store? I forgot the name of the word. What's it called, Erik? Help me out.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm
embarrassed. I know what it is because I've seen them. They stay rolled up.
Yeah.
And then you just hit a release and they roll down and they drop to the ground so that you can escape from the second floor.
We're going to call it a ladder for your bedrooms in your house. If you own a house that's on more than one level, you want to make sure you have this special ladder. You should have them in all your bedrooms. It's an investment that will save your family's life, potentially, God forbid, that you should have in your house. And I never heard of this before. And I never actually stopped to think about our clients who buy homes, who maybe buy a raised ranch or a cape or colonial split level. Anyway, you have more than one level. You can't jump out a window. You have more than 5 or 6 feet to fall from.
Yeah, if there's no slide, you're jumping 20 feet.
Yeah. And that can't be good on the body, especially at my age.
Well, getting out of the fire is the first part.
Getting out of the fire is definitely the first part.
Getting out safely is the second part. So,
but you definitely should have this fire ladder thing for your house. And I apologize, I don't remember the name. I wish I had access to. You know what? Hold on a second. Maybe I should go to my phone and look
Well,
at it.
while you're doing that,
yes.
I've seen the commercial, and you folks, you've probably seen the commercial too, that there's a fire blanket. I don't know if you've seen this. Have you seen the fire blanket?
No.
So I think, and I know from our home inspections, I think there's a large percentage, like 70 or 80% of home fires start in the garage. Because there's flammable liquids and stuff in the garage, right?
Yes.
But I would imagine a lot of other fires start in the kitchen, right?
Yes.
So there's an emergency fire blanket, right?
Yes. Oh, wow.
That you can throw over, and in the commercial they show how it works, but it acts to smother the fire.
What a great idea to have that. Everybody should have one of these. I don't know how expensive they are, but it doesn't matter. You should have a fire safety blanket. Like, God
emergency
forbid.
fire blanket. I mean, listen, I have probably 4 fire extinguishers in the house.
Wow.
So under each sink, and
I bet the average home
locations. So
I bet the average home maybe has one.
Yeah, I have 4.
And by the way, those things expire. You have to make sure you check the dates on those things.
Yeah, I bought those in 07.
So yeah, that might be due for a new changeover. By the way, I looked up this. It's called a safety. It's called a escape ladder, and it's very actually cool. It hangs over your window, boom, and it shoots down. And they're calling it an escape ladder. There was another name for it. I heard they have for 2-story, for 3-story. It's actually really cool. So if you can look up escape ladder, Google it. Go to your local hardware store. Maybe go to Goodies in East Haven. I bet you they have one. And if they don't, I bet you they'll get one for you. What a great place to shop, by the way, Goodies Hardware in East Haven. An escape ladder. Going back to you, that fire blanket, what a great idea.
Yeah.
We should have.
Wish there was a better picture
We're going to get
here,
somebody who's involved in the fire department to come on the show. We're going to ask them to come over here, show us some great things to have for your home for safety. Good idea, huh?
Look at this. I think it's like $25
for the blanket.
For the blanket,
that's not bad at all. $25 saves your life, or at least saves you from getting burned until you get saved. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. What else, my friend?
Well, after fire safety,
that's just one item for fire safety. We have smoke detectors.
Yeah, smoke detectors.
Carbon monoxide detectors.
Well, there's actually a right number of smoke alarms to have because each bedroom should have a smoke alarm.
I actually happen to agree with you, but not every town has that rule that you need to have every bedroom having a smoke detector. And it's funny because, when you go to buy a house, as a purchaser, you should go out and buy new ones, regardless if the house has it or not, because they also expire. And for $25, you're talking about the bedrooms of your family. You should have one near the kitchen area. You should definitely have one in the basement, because the basement is definitely a place where things can happen. And one more place, by the way, it's another good place to go. Do you know where the number one source for fire start?
In the garage.
Exactly right.
I said that 3 minutes ago.
That's right.
We learned that from our inspections.
That's right. Right. So
whenever you do an inspection, we pull it a post.
You're right.
And
another great
they're
company.
Walking through.
Yes.
And they talk about the garage. There's 2 components that they bring up when it comes to a garage.
Yes.
And encapsulating a fire.
Yes.
One is ceiling.
Yes.
Sheetrock, no holes or anything for the fire to escape through, and the fire rated door. And the reason they bring those 2 up is they will then say it's either 70 or 80% of house fires are started or begin in the garage.
Right, and the door, as you mentioned, fire rated door is important, and that has special kind of hinges on it, right, so that it swings closed.
And they're auto close hinges.
Yes.
So when you walk into your house from the garage,
yes,
the door automatically closes behind you. So
I definitely should have a little. I should have to walk. You know what? You're the shoemaker when you're in real estate. It's like you tell everybody what to do, but you have to make sure you're doing it yourself. I need to double check that myself on the fire rated door, which I don't think I have.
And I don't recall.
Yeah. All right. That's a good piece of advice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and then there's also don't do's. Yep. There are things not to do. One of the things is making sure that any hazardous liquids are not near a source of heat. So don't have it near a stove. Don't have it near a space heater. Anything like that.
I wonder, because in the garage, technically speaking, there's like the car running, right? Is that kind of considered, because we all keep our oil containers or gas containers in the garage? I wonder how safe or unsafe that is.
It depends. A lot of different chemicals have different flash points, so you can't just heat. It's not going to be enough. Some of these chemicals have to be in direct contact with the flame in order for it to start up.
Good point.
And some it could just be touches something hot, and then it'll ignite. So
Do you know what's interesting? Many of you know about a fire that happened in North Haven this past year. There were clients of mine who had just bought a house, working hard on their own home, diligently finishing the floors and painting. Well, what we learned was something that we never heard of before. It's probably not talked about very often either. Is that they were finishing the floors and they had rags with polyurethane on them, and they put them in like a plastic bag, zip close the bag, put in the garage. So the next day to use them again or whatever have you, and it self-ignited. These two rags self-ignited and burned the house down. Devastation. Never seen like this before. Never heard of it. Even in the container of the polyurethane, it doesn't say that it self-ignites. So, but the firemen actually had heard this before, and knew about what happens with that kind of stuff. So here's another piece of advice from something that happened to somebody already. Thank God no one was injured. Thank God. If you have rags from polyurethane, do not put them together. They can self-ignite. That's pretty crazy. Eric, next thing.
also don't overload outlets or extension cords.
Number one time that happens.
Kind of a little guilty on that myself because I have, especially like when we lose power.
How about Christmas?
Well, Christmas time, yeah. So you have a power strip plugged into an outlet, and then you have
a 3-prong juicer,
right, and then you have an extension cord plugged into the power strip to run another power strip 10 feet away or something like that. So I mean, it's dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
9 times out of 10, you're going to be okay. It's that 10th time.
You're absolutely right. Anything else you got for us on stuff like that?
Yeah, don't walk away or leave candles lit unattended.
That's a very good one. In colleges, they stopped having kids being able to use candles because of that whole thing with candles catching fire in colleges.
Do they allow hot plates or no?
I remember when I was in school, we were allowed to use what they call hot pot.
When you were in school, it was just fire and rock.
It was so long ago. It's true.
No, I don't think they were because I just graduated. So
okay, so you can use like to make like soup. You can use, I think, in school.
Use what?
What they call it? It's like a thermos of some sort. You plug it in the wall, and you can make soup or ramen noodles. That was a big thing back in college.
Ramen
Noodles, ramen noodles. You're right. Mac and cheese you can make. But they actually allow microwaves in school now. Danny, back in school, I know that we could buy a microwave that might be a certain size. You can get microwaves in, which is also very interesting. Sometimes college kids can be a little bit forgetful. And it's interesting as that is. All right.
Well, can you imagine trying to heat up food in a college dorm using the the sterno pit?
Oh yeah.
Pop the cap off, light it.
Was that popcorn when you were a kid?
Yeah, Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop. Yeah.
Yeah,
is that still around?
I don't. I'll have to look for that.
We plugged Jiffy Pop. Andrew's saying yes.
Andrew is saying yes. I love Jiffy Pop. Always fun. A lot of work though. The wrist gets tired after a while. You're like, oh my god, it's got to start going on. Anyway, all right.
Keep pets off of cooking surfaces and countertops.
Well, that should be a no-no anyway. I don't like to see pets on top of countertops. I think it's pretty, how should I say, not healthy maybe. Who wants to have fur in their food? And fur, it gets in the air.
This isn't even about hygiene. This is just fires.
Oh, no? Really?
Yeah.
Because the animal catches on fire?
Well, they could knock something over.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, Eric. Interesting point.
Keep the stove area clean and clear of things that can catch fire, such as pot holders, towels, curtains, bags, and other appliances. I know for a fact that there's there's the towels nearby.
Yep.
The oven mitts.
Right.
Keep them nearby.
You're right.
Yeah.
Fire rated oven mitts.
And never pour water on grease fires.
That's a big no-no.
Don't do it. It's not going to do anything.
Makes it, I think actually it's larger.
Well, it doesn't enlarge it, but it does spread it.
Yeah.
It just moves the grease fire.
Yeah.
So it's not, fire's done unless you have something to add to it.
Well, I'm going to say to you that we did quite a bit of information here on do's and don'ts. We do have a storm coming up. With this storm, hopefully it won't be crazy. It'll be mild. We're not sure if we're getting rain, if we're getting snow, if we're getting sleet, if we're getting hail.
Well, we're getting snow from what I heard, but
Possibly Wednesday, a little bit.
There's
Tuesday?
some wind. No, Jonathan's nodding
Tonight?
no. So
Maybe some snow tonight.
It's 1 inch of snow tomorrow.
So
And it was going to be more. It was going to be today and tomorrow, but they changed it.
they went from
And
that.
Wednesday is going to be very windy.
Yeah,
okay.
interesting. So we'll see what happens.
So
You'll
1
let
inch of
us know.
snow, very windy. We might have a 2-inch gust,
2-inch gust.
2-inch
I saw, and that's funny.
snow drift.
I saw the weather on the news yesterday, and they're talking like 3 to 6, 7 to 8 or 10, and then 10 to 16.
The aforementioned Litchfield County may get more snow than we
They
get.
may get more snow. I mean, they were talking about a foot, but maybe they'll only be like 3 inches. Who knows?
Who knows?
We love the weathermen because they bring a lot of humor to our lives, and it's kind of like they're kind of rolling the dice a little bit. They're kind of guesstimating. There's no way for them to really know because all that wind has to do is change courses a little bit. It's Tuesday. All this does is change a little bit. All of a sudden, it goes from snow to like 70 degrees.
Well, the factor is the temperature.
We're in Connecticut.
We're getting. I mean, there's obviously there's moisture above us.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of trying to figure out what the darn temperature is going to be.
Yeah.
It's either going to be rain or it's going to be snow.
Right. Or it's going to be 70 degrees.
Well, not in the next 2 days. It's not.
You said I don't think the interest rates are going up. I'm going to predict we're going to have 50 to 60 degree weather in the next few days. Just a prediction.
I've got a better chance of my prediction than you have of yours.
Never know. Not here on the PowerCast. Anything can happen. We love being with you guys every week. We really appreciate your love for us and following us. And we love that you share our topics and our podcast with your friends and family. We love that you go to our YouTube stations and listen on the road. And we love your comments and being involved. We have a lot of great listeners who love to be a part of the show. And we always like to give out shout outs. So know that we love you and appreciate you every week that you watch us and share us during the week, later on afterwards. And as you know, on Saturdays, we do a remake of this whole show, a little cleaner version, some music, a little bit of magic. And we like to have fun.
Magic?
We do a little
Special effects.
Special effects. Yes, I like that. Special effects. So with that being said, we are going to be at the end of the show today. It's a little faster show than normal. We're going to go to the next part of the show where we give a free tumbler out. And make sure to go to our social media outlets. Please thumb up. Tell us you want a tumbler. Tell us you want to be on for a chance to win one. Then we have this beautiful spinning wheel which we're going to hit right now. And the wheel's spinning. And while the wheel is spinning,
Is it spinning?
you now have a chance
You can
to
see
be
it.
on that big
I can't see it.
winning chance. Erik, we have a winner.
Nancy Wilson from Instagram. Nancy Wilson from Instagram.
Nancy
She is our
Wilson,
winner.
Instagram. Thank you so
Wilson
much.
From Heart?
What's that?
Maybe.
Do you know
Okay.
her?
No.
One of your clients?
No.
No.
Nancy Wilson was one of the two sisters from Heart.
I doubt it's
The
that
band
Nancy
Heart?
Wilson, but you never know.
Yeah, I doubt it highly, but
Well, Nancy Wilson, please reach out to us. We're going to reach back out to you. Going to get your address information and send you one of these beautiful tumblers. Actually, the new version that Heather made for us is a taller, narrower version. It's very cool.
and it's got a straw hole. This one doesn't have a straw hole.
It doesn't. You know what? We have the new ones for ourselves. We haven't gotten the new ones in a
Yeah.
while. So we'll have new tumblers next week. You'll get a new tumbler. And anybody
will it be personalized or no?
Probably not.
So you guys only see the front end
Yes.
of this, but look here.
We do have
Talk
more
about
plus.
fancy, huh? Oh, look at that.
Well, that's because we know in advance what the team agents of the show, the team agents are.
Right.
All right, guys. Remember, we need and want to work for you. You are everything to us, and we appreciate the opportunity. Allow our team to take care of you. It's what we do every day, 7 days a week. This is our job. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, please call our team up. Go to our website, Team Powerhouse Real Estate CT.com. Okay, click on it. Look at the team agents. Maybe you want this handsome guy right here to be your agent. Click on him. All his contacts there. Reach out. We would love to help you out. All right. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
dry.
We'll talk.
Stay safe.
Yes.